As the Japanese and English Pokemon markets cool off, there are some interesting facts that is going on with the Japanese market right now, and I want to share those things with you. Let's get to it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, collectors. Welcome back to the channel. It's Ken here with CSMCollecting.com, also the owner of Can't Stay More Collecting LLC. I'm an active duty military member who has a passion for sports cards, Pokemon cards, and other TCGs that I decided to start my own eBay store late 2024. I had a lot of fun doing it, got a little momentum doing it, so I decided to open my own website, csmcollecting.com, where I currently sell Japanese and English Pokemon products with some other TCGs on the way, hopefully. So if you're interested in that, please make sure you go check out csmcollecting.com. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the things that I've noticed in the Japanese market. Japanese market is starting to cool off a little bit. The English market is starting to cool off a little bit. You're starting to see a lot of these single prices on cards come down. So one of the new sets that I'm buying to get up on csmcollecting.com is Super Electric Breaker. It was one of the first real big Japanese sets that I got into with singles. I bought a lot off of somebody off of Facebook, and then put them in my binder to sell at shows as well as on eBay. And I had a lot of fun doing it because Super Electric Breaker had a lot of cool cards. But it was the hype. Everybody wanted the Pikachu. So the Japanese boxes got out of the price range of what I feel comfortable with buying. That cooled down, so I felt a little bit more comfortable buying some of these Super Electric Breaker boxes. And while I was looking at how the set was doing, I noticed some interesting trends. So I'm going to shrink myself here, and we're going to talk about these trends that I noticed. So bear with me. All right, so I have the Super Electric Breaker set here. And one of the first things I want to do is I kind of want to show the English version and then show the Japanese version just for giggles, right? So I'll talk about a couple of the cards. I'm not going to go over everything, but some of the ones that kind of stuck out to me. First and foremost, is going to be that Pikachu. This Pikachu is that chase card that everybody wants. Still wants. I still see a lot of people looking for it, a lot of price fluctuating on this card. And then we're going to look at over the last month, this card is down 15%. Started mid-April at over $300 and is now sitting at $291. I'm not going to go over all these price checking. There's a lot of different other YouTubers that do this a lot better than I do, but these are how I was doing the research of is this set worth buying for me to sell to customers, just based off of if the market still wants it. Still hot for this set, so I wanted to make sure I have it on inventory. Because as a newer seller, I don't want to have stale inventory. I'm trying to move all the products that I get as quickly as possible, so I can get more and hopefully get the Glory of Team Rocket, and then later in June also get some black and white. But we'll see. It's still a little early for me. But latest sale sold for $270 off of TCG Player. Now, if you go to the Japanese version, Pikachu over the last month has only dropped 1.1% or 1.4%, vice the teen percentile that happened for the English version. Sorry, lost my train of thought. But the card's still holding strong around $219, $220. So as we are still seeing the decrease in cards, which is good because as much as I would love to have a Pikachu card for my collection, I am personally not going to be going out to pay $219 for this card. I think it's a glorious card. I love the card. It's not one of those ones that I'm like, oh my god, I need to have this in my collection. But at a $200 price range, it's starting to look better, for sure. For some of the collectors out there, this might be that perfect time to buy this card because who knows what happens once Scarlet and Violet Error is done. These cards might jump up in prices. It might take a couple months, it might take a couple years, but we might see that price. But I don't know how much further it's going to go down, especially with the seemingly steady over the last week or a couple weeks at this card, even though it doesn't look like too many have sold. 27th, 6th, 8th. So Still seeing about that $200 range. Still pretty good. It's not bad in my opinion. Um, but that's just one of the interesting things that I saw. The other thing that I kind of saw was looking at the 151 set. So the 151 set is always going to be near and dear to my heart. I love the artwork. Um, it's just something that I like. Squirtle's always my fan, and I have this Zapdos which has Articuno and Moltres on it as well. Japanese, of course, because that's what I PC when it comes to singles. But I was looking at this, and then I noticed that I'm going to use the Charizard for example. Charizard sitting here at over the last month, dropping 14%. Last sale for about $193. And then you go over to the Japanese version, still um, still over about $196, but it's only dropped 1%. So I'm noticing that the English versions are dropping in the teen percentiles, while the Japanese is only dropping 8% or 2. And the fact that the Japanese version of the Charizard is more expensive than the English version of the Charizard blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie, I had to do a double take and I had to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth just to make sure that I was actually seeing what I was seeing. Um, Even though there hasn't been a lot of recent sales, it's still selling for more than the English version. So 197 for the Japanese, selling yesterday, and then 193 selling today. So it's weird, right? So everybody looked at the Japanese market as the cheaper version, cheaper alternative version, which has always been nice, and that's part of the reason why I personally PC Japanese because it has been the cheaper alternative. But now we're starting to see some of these Japanese cards creep up on English. We're starting to see them creep over English as the English market starts to cool off. So um, I'm going to say one's going to affect the other. So we are probably going to see these Japanese prices fall a little bit more, which again gives it that cheaper alternative to English. Still get a personal opinion better quality card at a cheaper price. But the fact that right now some Japanese cards are outselling English version of these cards was not something that I was going to be seeing. Um, period, in my opinion. I think it's interesting. I think it's good for the Japanese market, even though I'd like to have it cool off a little bit more. Um, but it's still one of those interesting points that I think the community needed to hear about. Tell me what you think down below. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and until next time, have a good one.